5-second mark. All right, everybody. This is Poncho Blazing ATM, Reverend Joseph James Holland at your service, and I'm the social media and YouTube legend. And I am saved, sanctified, Holy Ghost filled, fire baptized, staying safe, living right, doing God's will, and keeping heaven my home. And I want to welcome everybody to the 129th episode of the Talking Ponchos Palace podcast. So this is the 129th episode of the Talking Ponchos Palace podcast. So for those of y'all that are tuning in on YouTube, I appreciate you all so much for tuning in on YouTube. And for those of you all that will be tuning into the YouTube Live Nation chat, I appreciate you all tuning into the YouTube Live Nation chat. And for those of you all that will be Facebook and TikToking this, you all will be able to officially see the replay tomorrow. So for those that are tuning in on Facebook and TikTok, you'll be able to officially see the replay tomorrow of the 129th episode of the Talking Ponchos Palace podcast. And finally on this, we noticed that in Harlan County, Kentucky, that they are officially back in school after having a week off for fall break. So for those of you all that are in Harlan County, Kentucky, and that had a fall last week, welcome back into school. Whether you're a student or staff, welcome back to school officially. Now, for those that are currently in school and that have fall break this week, well, we hope that you all enjoy your fall break and hope you get to spend some time with me, Poncho Blazing ATM. And for those that are in school in general, you all will be able to officially see the replay later on tomorrow. So you can officially see the replay tomorrow at any time. Whether you're a student or staff member, I appreciate you so much and thank you for your service in school. Oh yes, I do know how to drive the safe way. Oh yes, the safe way, we gotta go the safe way. And speaking of that, welcome in TDM DMT. I appreciate you tuning into the Talking Ponchos Palace podcast. Let me know where you're from and how old you are so that way we can shout you out properly. But what we're going to do, now I currently have a new in-person work schedule. So that means I will only have a short amount of time to do things now. But the good news is for you all is that I'll be here with you all more. So what we're going to do, starting this week on, we're going to have the Talking Ponchos Palace podcast on twice a week. So for those of y'all that are just now tuning in, starting this week, we're going to have the Talking Ponchos Palace podcast twice a week, which means that we'll be on the air twice a week for 4 episodes every week. For twice a week, we'll be on the air with you all officially. And speaking of that, let me announce that starting this week, from here on out, we're going to go Facebook Live with Poncho Blazing ATM once a week. So we're going to go Facebook Live with Poncho Blazing ATM Live once a week. So we appreciate you all tuning in on this also. So hold on just 1 second, you all. Hang on just 1 second, you all. Okay. Alright, I apologize about that. I'm not for sure on what the noise was in the background, but we'll take care of that pretty soon, eventually. But we began the Talking Ponchos Palace podcast with the conversation about AI. So there's been a lot of AI videos here as of late, And especially within the past 2 or 3 months, concerning with WWE, they've got a lot of AI videos on WWE. Now, it's great to see those made-up videos, but it can hurt them in the long run, especially if they talk about people that are no longer here officially. I'm not for sure on who's creating the AI videos and whatnot, but it's untelling though, to be honest though. Okay, so I've got a question on what do mechanics and lesbians have in common? They both use snap-on tools. Okay. All right, I can see that right there. And speaking of that, we got Mario G in the house. Mario G, thank you for tuning in to the Talk of Ponchos Palace podcast. Let me know where you're from and how old you are officially, so that way we can shout you out correctly. But as far as the AI videos go, I'm not for sure officially who's creating the AI videos. To me personally, I don't have any problem with AI videos. I think that the AI videos are great. I think that they are funny, and I think that they are very entertaining. But for some people, the AI videos are not funny and not entertaining. But we'll just have to see what happens down the road. So on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, they've got a lot of AI videos that they've been putting out. And I'm pretty sure they've got them on Snapchat and Instagram. So if you get a chance, just check out the AI videos at any time. And some of them are funny, and then some of them are like, what? Really? But we continue the conversation on Team 3D. So it is official. Team 3D is no longer officially wrestling as a tag team. Team 3D is officially retired. Now, for those of y'all that don't know who Team 3D is, that is the Dudley Boys. The Dudley Boys started off their career as a tag team in ECW back in 1994 and 95, I believe. And from there, they've been a tag team ever since, in winning tag team championships, and they've even had great singles careers. But they left ECW in 1999 to join the World Wrestling Federation in the WWF. And once they joined the WWF, they won multiple tag championships, and they joined the Alliance in 2001 in WCW and ECW. And then, of course, they went back to WWE until 2005. And then once 2005 came, they joined TNA Impact Wrestling. Now, for 10 years, they dominated the tag team division in TNA Impact Wrestling, winning multiple tag team championships in TNA Impact Wrestling. But they returned to WWE for one last run in 2015, 2016, helping out the younger generation in the tag team division. Overall, in my opinion, the Dudley Boys, Team 3D, are the greatest tag team ever in professional wrestling. And their very last match was against the Hardys, the Hardy Boys. They took on the Hardy Boys at Bound for Glory in TNA's pay-per-view last Sunday. It was for the tag team championships of TNA and NXT. Unfortunately, Team 3D and the Dudley Boys, of course, they came up just a little bit short in the tables match against the Hardys. But the acknowledgement after the fact was a true blessing. I mean, just the way that they acknowledged each other after facing each other for 25 years is a true blessing. Them, along with Edge and Christian, Adam Copeland, was the first team to create the TLC match, Tables, Ladders, and Chairs. We know that all together, Team 3D will be missed. But Team 3D, the Dudley Boys, we thank you for your service in professional wrestling. Thank you for all that you've done in professional wrestling, and you will be truly missed. You all are the greatest tag team ever in professional wrestling history, and thank you for everything that you do. But this leads us to our first commercial break. But when we come right back, we're going to discuss our final topics, and then we'll be back on later on today. But until then, we'll be right back. I don't know what that noise is in the background, but I've got to try to fix that here in a minute. But I'm glad it's not on for the time being. Okay, so lots of work and TikTok stars. Okay, coming back on the air. All right, everybody. Welcome to the Talking Ponchos Palace podcast. This is episode 129 of the Talking Ponchos Palace podcast, episode 129. So, in the process of being back from commercial break, let me just announce that officially tomorrow, the NBA will have its 2025-2026 season. So, tomorrow, officially, the NBA will start off its 2025-2026 season. And speaking of that, hello Muhammad 1386 Muhammad. I appreciate you tuning into the Talking Ponchos Palace podcast. Let me know how old you are and where you're from, so that way we can shout you out properly. And if this is the first time that you all have ever been in the live chat in anything that I've done, please just let me know, so that way we can shout you out properly and welcome you properly. But with the NBA season getting ready to start, there's going to be a lot of ball games that are featured. I know I've got the schedule down for this year, so I'm looking forward to the NBA season. So I think tomorrow on Peacock NBC, it starts off with the Rockets and Thunder at 7:30, I think. And then I know at 10 o'clock, it'll be the Golden State Warriors and Los Angeles Lakers. So I'm definitely looking forward to the Warriors and Lakers on 10 o'clock tomorrow. But this is LeBron James' last NBA season as of right now, as far as we know. So if this is truly his last NBA season, he's been in the league for 23 years, 22 or 23 years. So he's had a great and excellent career in the NBA. And LeBron James, wherever you're at around the world, we'd like to say thank you for your service in the NBA. Thank you for all your work in the NBA and for turning it into what it is today. Thank you for being the franchise #1 player overall in the NBA today. It is because of you that the NBA still currently lives. We know when Michael Jordan retired, you took the ball and you ran with it. So we appreciate everything that you've done, LeBron James, and you will be missed next year once you officially retire. And just a reminder that there is going to be an auction in Tri-City, Kentucky. I forgot to bring the paper with me to let you all know on where it's going to be at. But I do know for the auction, it's going to be in Tri-City, Kentucky, hosted by a radio station as of November the 4th, 2025. So be sure to tune into that auction to see what they're going to give away. And also, on November the 4th, for the first time in history, Harlan, Kentucky will have its doors open, as they will have Harlan Historic Museum open in Harlan, Kentucky. So on November the 4th, if you're able to go to the grand opening, you all are able to go and check it out. And for pricing on tickets, visit their website and they will explain on what the pricing is and how to enter the museum. But in this conversation, let's talk about why it's important to work. The reason why that it's very important to work in this day and age is that whether you're in person or online working, either one, to be able to say thank you, Lord, for all that you've done, because He is the ultimate provider. He is the Alpha and Omega, and he's the one that's in control of everything. Not only that, but for taking care of your family. We all have bills to pay. We all have to take care of our bills. If it was up to us drawing a check and staying at home, we would do that. Unfortunately, that ain't how life works. At some point in time, we all have to work, whether it be in person or online. Unless you're drawing Social Security or SSI, or unless you're born with a silver spoon in your mouth, unless you're born rich, or unless you are drawing 2 or 3 incomes, you have to work. Just like the Bible says, the Holy Bible says, if you don't work, you don't eat. But I thank God to be able to work and everything, because I appreciate life more better. There's some times that I don't feel like working or don't feel like going to work, but I know that if I don't go to work, that I'll never be able to provide for a family. And we all have different opinions on work and taking care of families and everything. But I'll put it to you like this. As long as you are taking care of your families the best way that you can, as long as you're able to provide for your family the best way that you can, however you provide for them, hey, you got to make it work. As long as you're making income or making money in some type of way, that's all that matters. But if you're able to work, if you're truly able to work, and if your body is able to work, we got to go out and work. We got to go out here and provide for our families, especially when it comes to us men in the house. Now, I love to see women work. I love to see women independent. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate and adore and respect that a lot. But for us men in the house, we've got to provide for our families. For us men in the house, we have to work, whether it's in person or online. We got to make money somehow, no matter how we make it. Speaking of that, we got VC in the house. Hey, VC. Hello, thank you. No, I'm sorry, not VC. VE. VE for velocity and electricity. There we go. I thought I saw a C in there. That's my bad, VE. But VE, thank you for tuning in to the Talk of Ponchos Palace. Let me know how old you are and where you're from, so that way we can shout you out properly. But for our final topic, we're going to talk about for right now is TikTok stars. There have been a lot of TikTok stars that have been taking place, especially ever since TikTok was created in 2021. Now, TikTok is basically the new YouTube and new Facebook. It's a mix of everything on TikTok. TikTok is mostly rated PG and PG-13. It's basically family-oriented. It's a mix of everything, but they allow a mix of everything. Now, they only go so far as being PG and PG-13. So, if you're looking something outside of family-oriented, it's probably not the site for you. But if you're looking in between the PG and PG-13 and family-oriented, business-oriented, or one to battle people, or one just to chat, then TikTok is right for you. I enjoy seeing all these TikTok stars, especially like Nancy Armstrong, aka M, Brianna Bold, Chloe, Tara Nicole, Soulja Boy, Ron. List a couple of. I appreciate seeing all the TikTok stars, and everybody's been asking me, when you're gonna go live on TikTok? Honestly, I really don't need to go live on TikTok because I've done everything that there is on social media. Someday I'll surprise you and go live on TikTok. But for right now, TikTok is just for the main up-and-coming stars that are wanting to make a name for themselves. And there have been some quality professional names that have been on TikTok that help out the younger generation and younger stars and up-and-coming stars. But at this time, we have to get ready to head out. I've got to get ready to go on my first day. But before that, I've got to get something to eat really quick. So I'm going to eat something really quick and then head out on my first day of work. I'm not going to announce officially yet on where I'm at. Most of y'all have seen where I start working at on Facebook, so you can check out me on Facebook to see that. But later on this week, I'll announce possibly on where I'll be working at. I want to make sure that everything works out smoothly and quickly and great before I announce officially on where I'm at here on YouTube and social media. But be sure to follow me Facebook on Joseph James Holland on my personal page. Be sure to subscribe to my fan page and Ponchos Blazing ATM on Facebook, where you can only subscribe to me for 99 cents. Be sure to subscribe to me on YouTube at Poncho Holland Vivo. And be sure to follow us and subscribe to us on YouTube and Facebook on our One Way Ministries page. Be sure to follow and subscribe to us on Facebook and YouTube on GFR Incorporated, Global Force Records Incorporated page. And finally, be sure to follow and subscribe to my mother, Prophetess Princess Holland. Again, subscribe and follow her, Prophetess Princess Holland Vivo on Facebook and YouTube. Well, later on today, I will officially be back here for the Talk of Ponchos Palace podcast, episode 130. So later on today, I'll be back on for the Talk of Ponchos Palace podcast, episode 130. And for those of y'all that are in school, I will see y'all school students and staff later on today. So I'm going to say that by the time I get done with everything, I should be on the air at about 5 or 5:30. So about 5 or 5:30 Eastern Standard Time in the United States of America, North America. That time I'll be officially on and we'll be ready to go. But until then, it's been great being with you all into the YouTube live chat. Thank you all for commenting and thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate you all fans so much. And keep blazing. Always have God in your life, no matter what. And I'm signing out as of right now.